criminal evidence on Hillary judge sends earthquake through Democrat swamp. A pro-migrant judge that apparently aided and abetted Hillary is finally facing legal action. Democrats are sweating bullets. Since President Trump took office, he's been plagued with radical, activist judges. Many of these judges were appointed by Barack Obama, some even by Bush, and they allow their personal politics to affect the way they rule on cases. Instead of upholding the Constitution, they seek to undermine the authority of the president. All the while, they hide behind their protected seat. You'd have to be blind to not see their conflict of interest. Judges are supposed to uphold the law, their personal views aside, they are not to let politics dictate how they rule. Yet time and again, we are discovering judges who let their liberal views overrule common sense and the rule of law. Now one of these biased judges is finally being called out. From Washington Times. President Trump has been complaining over the last week about immigration judges, and on Wednesday his complaints were bolstered by a federal watchdog who accused one judge of actively promoting Hillary Clinton during a 2016 deportation trial. Carmine Jaja-DePaulo said Mrs. Clinton would save the immigration system, while she said Republicans wanted to try to deport everybody, according to a complaint lodged by the U.S. Office of Special Counsel, OSC, which polices politicking among federal employees. Federal officials are restricted from politicking on the job under a law known as the Hatch Act. The OSC has asked the Merit Systems Protection Board to discipline the judge. When a federal immigration judge in a public setting uses her position to advocate for partisan campaign outcomes, that's a real problem, said Special Counsel Henry J. Kerner. Judge DePaulo appears to be in clear violation of the Hatch Act and we believe she should face significant disciplinary action. It's naive to think that judges don't hold to personal views. Like everyone else, they have opinions on politics and candidates they support. However, judges, especially federal judges, are held to a very high standard. In cases that affect the fate of our country and our laws, judges are expected to put their biases aside. It might seem difficult, but that's the job. Yet DePaulo clearly allowed her personal views to influence her decision-making. Her slanderous words about President Trump are very troubling. She claimed Trump and Republicans will try to deport everybody. That's an obviously inaccurate statement, colored by her personal emotions and bias, and certainly not something you want a federal judge to say. This issue will hopefully bring to light more bias on the part of federal judges. We cannot allow our judges to make decisions based on their bias for or against a politician. They need to be impartial, ruling based on the virtues of our laws. Judges who let their personal feelings for a political party get in the way, they don't deserve to sit on the bench. Perhaps this is the next step in draining the swamp.